In this course, we're going to learn about Docker. We're going to learn what is Docker, what is a container, what is an image, what is a volume, what is a network, how to deploy containers. We're basically going to learn everything that you need to master Docker. So let's just get started and let's learn what is Docker. Well, Docker basically is a tool that allows us to easily create, deploy, and run application in containers. And here it comes a question, and that question is, what is a container? No worries, we're gonna talk about containers later, but for now, keep in mind the main concept or attribute of Docker is that it runs containers. I know that now you are wondering, what is this thing? What is a container? And we're gonna find it out. So let me just shrink this. I'm just gonna go out of this and I will go to my terminal. I will connect to one machine that I have. Don't worry, this is only to show you how a container looks like. So I'm just here in a machine, in a Linux machine logged in by SSH, and basically I just have this IP, which is my public IP. And now I will just expose a service, a web server on port 1010. So let me just do this. If I hit enter, then probably you are going to see nothing, and you do see nothing because nothing is running here. But now what I'm going to do is that I will log into my machine and I will spin up a container on port 1010. And I will just create a container which will hold an Nginx web server. So let's go. Let's do docker run -d -p, which will be to expose one port to the container port, and then I will say Nginx Alpine, and that's it. No worries. The idea is to show you how easy to create a container is. We're going to go through these flags one by one later, but for now I just want you to see how fast to deploy a container is. It says okay, completed. Now if I say docker ps-l, it shows that there is a container up and running on port 1010. So I'm just gonna go to my browser and I will refresh this page, and as you can see we have a web server up and running in, I don't know, 1 second probably. So now what happens if I want to delete this container? Let me just remove that, and I will just give this ID here, copy and paste, and then I refresh and the service is no longer alive. So this is great. Do you see? I'm basically creating an Nginx web server by running this line, and then if I refresh, it is alive. But then if I take this and I remove this container, then the service is basically no longer alive. And this is the power of Docker. It allows you to spin up a container as easy as this, access the service, do whatever you want, and once you want to kill it, you just kill it like this, copy the ID, kill it, and your container will no longer be alive. And that's great, and you can do this for anything that you want. You can have your web server, your API, your web application, your database, your WordPress site, your PrestaShop site, whatever you want to put in a container, and that's what we're going to learn in this course. And of course, we're going to learn more than that. So keep going, and I'll see you in the next lesson.